One of the other things also that are important here to keep in mind is that reaching the true essence of Iman means that you have purified your heart from all of the bad qualities that devour Iman. There are 4 different qualities sitting inside your heart that will devour Iman. Those are the qualities that will make you not love for your brother what you love for yourself. What are those? A group of qualities called the Sifat al-Bahimiyya. The characteristics of, or the qualities of cattle. A group of qualities called the Sifat al-Sabu'iyya. The characteristics of predators. Predatorial qualities. A group of qualities called as-Sifat al-Shaytaniyya. Satanic qualities. And a group of qualities called as-Sifat al-Malikiyya, or some of the scholars say al-Rabbaniyya, which is basically to claim rububiyya, to claim, lordship. Okay, one of them leads to the other. And truly, if you don't purge those qualities out of your heart, you will never love for your brother what you love for yourself, and therefore you will never have true faith. You will never enjoy your faith. You will never taste the sweetness of faith. Sifat al-Bahimiyya, the qualities of cattle qualities, would be al-Hirs, wal-Shahwa, wal-Naham. It is eagerness. It is keenness. It's lust. So mainly it is eagerness for money, eagerness for wealth, eagerness for food, eagerness for lust, lustful desires. And now, these are the Sifat al-Bahimiyya, like cattle. All what cattle think about is, those pleasures, food and sexual lust, and so on. That's what cattle are concerned about. So those are the Sifat al-Bahimiyya. They lead to a Sifat al-Sabu'iyya, predatorial qualities, predatorial qualities. Why? Because like I said, this world is not vast like the mercy of Allah. It's limited. It's finite, has finite resources. And this crowdedness, our keenness, our eagerness creates this crowdedness, and we're competing for finite resources with infinite greed. And that will result in us being predatory. Al-Baghi, Al-Udwan, basically aggression, transgression, dhulm. These are all predatorial qualities that we have in our hearts that are devouring our faith. They resulted from our Sifat al-Bahimiyya, that we act like cattle, like we want to have more and more and more. And you want to have more, and there is competition, and there is limitations, so you become predatory. You want to push the other, animal or cattle or human being, push them away. So you become aggressive, and you transgress. These are now. There is, Shaitan was given some powers, over us. They are not absolute. Keep in mind, they are not absolute. And whoever seeks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will give him power over the Shaitan if they seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the Shaitan was given some tools, some, keys to our heart. So he is there. يَجْرِي مِنَ الْأَدَمْ مَجْرَى الدَّمِ فِي الْعُرُوقِ. He goes through, the son of Adam, like the blood goes through the vessel. And he is using all of those sifat to add to them, to add fuel to those sifat, or those qualities of cattle and predators. Now we get into ghish, khadi'a, ghil, hasad, envy, hasad, ghush, cheating, khadi'a, deception, makr, plotting. All of these are sifat shaytaniyya. Predatorial animals are not really that deceptive, and they're not that envious. they have the sifat al-bahimiyya, the cattle-like qualities, and in addition to this, they are also predatorial, but they are not as deceptive as us human beings. They are not as treacherous, traitors. They don't plot like we. So we went beyond them. So we got some qualities from the baha'im, the cattle, some qualities from the siba', the predators, and we went beyond them with these sifat al-shaytaniyya, a result of the shaitan going through, the shaitan was not satisfied with this. Shaitan was not satisfied with this. Did the shaitan ever say to anyone, Ana rabbukum al-a'la, I am your supreme Lord? The shaitan himself, did he ever say that? What does the shaitan swear by? By Allah only. فَبِعِزَّتِكَ لَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. By your might. Sifatullah, the attributes of Allah. And the shaitan never said, Ana rabbukum al-a'la. But some human beings do say that. So the shaitan used all of those sifat to bring us to the worst level whatsoever, which is to compete with Allah Himself. Now we're done competing with the creation. The keenness, eagerness, and so on, and we became predatorial, and then we went beyond the siba' or the predatorial animals with the deception and plotting and so on, and now some of us have this kibr, this arrogance that some express clearly, Ana rabbukum al-a'la. Like, some of the, we don't have, it's not just limited to those examples. It's not just limited to Fir'aun. Whoever feels this way, whoever feels complete and perfect, he is saying, Ana rabbukum al-a'la. Whoever feels, like those, I heard this myself from one of the plastic surgeons. He was saying that I just correct his mistakes. Who he's referring to? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's referring to God. I'm just correcting his mistakes. So now this person had gone beyond the siba', beyond the cattle, beyond the siba', beyond the shaitan, because the shaitan was debating with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but he was never this vulgar with Allah. He was never this rude with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was always talking about, I will do that to them, I will do that to them. But he never was confrontational with Allah Himself. Anyway, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. Why is it that he will not have faith until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself? Why is this the whole mark of having faith? Because he will not love for his brother what he loves for himself until he purges those qualities out of his heart. And now he will have perfect faith. You cannot, no matter what, even if you were the best person, without faith in God, you will not be able to purge those qualities out of your heart if you're just being like a good neighbor, a nice person, and without sincere effort, guided by Allah, seeking the pleasure of Allah, you're not going to be able to get there. You're not going to be able to get there.